was MOVE. Founded in 1972 by John Africa, formerly Vincent Lephart, a communal group that lived in West Philadelphia, practiced anarcho-primitivism, a lifestyle that eschewed technology and medicine, combined revolutionary ideology with environmentalism and animal rights. Members believed in a green revolution to sweep away social inequality, racial injustice, and environmental damage. On May 13, 1985, after 3 years of nuisance complaints from MOVE's Osage Avenue neighbors, a confrontation between MOVE and the Philadelphia police ended in arguably the most traumatizing event in Philadelphia's history. In 1982, MOVE members of all ages settled into a row house at 62221 Osage Avenue on the western fringe of West Philadelphia, just a block from Cobbs Creek Park. The house was owned by former MOVE member Louise James, sister to MOVE founder John Africa, aka Vincent Lephart. In late 1983, as city officials turned deaf ears to the organization's continued demands for the release of their incarcerated brethren, MOVE members began to broadcast these demands day and night through a loudspeaker at the Osage Avenue site. This activity outraged their largely middle-class Black American neighbors, whose complaints were heard but tabled by high-level city officials, including Mayor W. Wilson Goode, Philadelphia's first Black mayor, who took office in 1984. The Goode administration was terrified by the prospect of another violent confrontation with MOVE, yet the stage was already being set for the terrible violence that erupted at 6221 Osage on May 13, 1985. MOVE styled itself as a self-defense organization, even as it mounted an aggressive campaign on the 6200 block of Osage to demand the release of the incarcerated MOVE 9. Ironically, members' actions, incessant profanity-laced diatribes shouted day and night over the loudspeaker system and threatening behaviors on the street, had a direct impact only on MOVEs, neighbors on or around the 6200 block. These residents vigorously voiced their complaints on multiple occasions to City Hall and the police, to no avail. The last straw for MOVE's neighbors was the erection of a fortified heavy timber bunker on the roof of 6221 Osage, with holes that were gun ports. On April 30, 1985, the neighbors, at wit's end, appealed to Governor Richard Thornburg in a high-profile news conference. Finally spurred by the appeal to the governor, Mayor Goode requested a tactical plan for removing the occupants of 6221 Osage. The city's district attorney activated outstanding arrest warrants for 4 adults in the house, and the police had a court order to remove the children, ages 7 to 13, who were illegally kept from attending school. This part of the plan called for taking the children into custody during their daily outing in Cobbs Creek Park. Late on the night of May 12th, police evacuated the block and the houses on surrounding streets. Most of the 500 police officers on the scene took vantage points in nearby houses that afforded views of the front of 6221 Osage. A tactical team guarded the rear alleyway, which MOVE had barricaded at its property lines, and 2 teams were positioned to lay siege to 6221 through the walls of adjacent row houses. At 6 a.m. the following morning, Police Commissioner Gregor Sambor yelled through a bullhorn, "Attention, MOVE, this is America. You have to abide by the laws of the United States." After reading the arrest warrants, he announced, "We do not wish to harm anyone. All occupants have 15 minutes to peacefully evacuate the premises and surrender. This is your only notice. The 15 minutes starts now." MOVE did not stand down. That morning, a sustained gun battle broke out, and the police were outfitted with M16 semi-automatic rifles, Uzis, shotguns, 30-06, and 22 250 sharpshooter rifles, a Browning automatic rifle, and a Thompson submachine gun. In the words of the Philadelphia Special Investigation Commission, which investigated the events of May 13th, the police fired over 10,000 rounds of ammunition in under 90 minutes at a row house containing children. High-pressure water hoses and tear gas canisters were also employed. MOVE's resistance lasted into the late afternoon. As nothing else was working, Mayor Goode, who was not present at the scene at any time during the day or evening, authorized the release of a 2-pound satchel bomb composed of Tovex and C4 explosives from a state police helicopter onto the fortified bunker on top of 6221. According to the MOVE Commission, the fire which destroyed the Osage neighborhood was caused by a bomb which exploded on the roof of the MOVE house. The fire began milliseconds after the bomb blast when friction-heated metal fragments penetrated a gas can on the roof and ignited gasoline vapors. The next morning, the 6200 block of Osage was obliterated. 61 houses lay in smoldering ruins, and 11 MOVE members, 6 adults and 5 children, lay dead in the rubble. Among the dead was John Africa, MOVE's founder. The police found only 2 pistols, 2 shotguns, and a .22 caliber rifle, hardly a match for the military-style assault mounted by the police.